going on, YouTube? It's been a minute. How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? I don't know how to really start this video, but typical, you know, Miata video, just pulling my motor. I want to make some updates on the Turbo 2 transmission swap, and I figured I owe you guys a video, and I haven't filmed in a while, and I actually haven't worked on the car in a while, so I feel like we can do two birds, one stone. But yeah, so today we're going to do an update on the car and the Turbo 2 transmission swap, and pulling the motor and all that jazz and fixing a bunch of nonsense. As you can see, I already have everything basically done. All the wires unplugged, intercoil piping, radiator, drive shaft, exhaust, friggin' everything. The whole PPF, subframe, all that's taken off. The only thing on the car right now is the two motor mounts and the front power plant frame bolt to hold the tranny up. And that's it. I'm about to pull the motor. I picked up a Harbor Freight engine hoist because I needed my own, because I pull my motor all the time. This thing is garbage. Like, I had to assemble it, and it took I'm actually embarrassed at how long it took me to assemble that. It took me longer to assemble the engine hoist than it did to get the motor pulled basically out of the car. It's crazy. So yeah, so motor's basically about to ready to come out. I gotta pull the car out, jack it up, get the hoist in the front, and basically pull the motor. I've pulled the motor a million times on this car. I feel like I don't want to film too much. If you guys have any specific questions on how to pull a Miata motor, let me know. But it's very, very simple. They're Legos. And then most of my camera batteries are all dead, so I'm going to charge up some batteries and work on this, and I'll give you updates throughout the day. I also want to talk about how I'm going to mount the Turbo 2 transmission. I have that basically kind of figured out, and I should have a package coming in today that will help with that. And yeah, so today I want to pull the motor, clean it up. I gotta fix a few oil leaks. I gotta redo the oil pan gasket because I'm an idiot, and I'll explain to you what I did wrong last time when I get to that. And then I want to marry the Turbo 2 transmission to the engine with the adapter plate and test fit it and see how that looks. And then maybe, oh my god, who's calling me? Alright, so many hours later, it's actually nighttime out. I don't know if you can tell. I pulled my motor. Motor's out. I was going to film it, but like I said, it's just pulling a motor in Miata. There's a million YouTube videos on there how to do it. I just wanted to get it done real quick and easy. And got my engine hoist here. Worked out pretty good, not too bad. I did some ghetto stuff. I'm not too proud of it. To get the engine out, I used a bolt with a nut on it. Super ghetto to hold the chain, because like the chain I have was way too long. Really ghetto, not proud of it, but I actually dropped the trans halfway of pulling the motor out. So the trans was off the engine hoist. It was just the motor. It wasn't that heavy. It was fine, but don't recommend doing that. Anyway, motor. I got my clutch here. Clutch and flywheel don't look that good. Let me show you guys. Okay, so I'm running a Flying Miata Happy Meal kit. Sorry, I'm gonna put gloves on. I'm trying to get super dirty tonight. I just took a shower already after cleaning the car. And, okay, so Flying Miata Happy Meal Kit Stage 2, obviously because the power I'm making. And this is my flywheel. I don't know if you can tell, it's pretty scorched, like this side right here. This side's pretty good. So it's kind of wearing or kind of burning up unevenly. Not too happy about it. Paid a lot of money for this and it's kind of messing up. This isn't the first time I noticed this. Flying Miata, I actually contacted them last time I did a tranny swap, and here's the clutch. The clutch looks, I don't know, normal I guess. And here is the pressure plate. That was the flywheel earlier, by the way. I don't know if I said that or not. This is the pressure plate, and as you can see, this side is wearing unevenly. So I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. No big deal anyway, because I need to get a new clutch when I'm doing the transmission swap. But I'm still trying to use the flywheel and the pressure plate, which I think you can still use those too. The only thing that's different is that the splines on a Miata transmission input shaft or output shaft, whatever the shaft is out of the tranny, it's a different spline ratio and count. So it's funny because that's for NAs, but the NC Miata clutches is the same spline as the RX7 output shaft transmission. So what that means is I can just buy a Miata NC, it's like a newer Miata clutch pad, clutch disc, and that'll work with my RX7 transmission. That's what I'm going to do. So I might try to refreshen or get it machined to the flywheel and the pressure plate. But anyway, so that's that. I need to basically clean up this motor. It's leaking oil a lot. It has a bad oil leak, and that's just typical turbo Miatas. And I think it is the oil pan, and I know because I messed up the oil pan putting the gasket on last time I took it the car apart. So goals for tonight, I would like to pull the oil pan off, start scraping some gasket off and get that going, and then probably pick up this video maybe another day when I can actually test fit the transmission to the motor. So some of you might ask, how am I going to put a RX7 transmission on a Miata? It is with this, a beautiful adapter plate, some like billet aluminum, CNC, beautiful cut adapter plate, and this is for a Turbo 2 transmission to marry it to a BP motor, Miata motor. And never test fitted it yet. I put it, hold it up against the transmission, it's obviously correct, but I want to put this on the block and then put the tranny on and just kind of, you know, test fit it. So that'll probably be another day because the RX7 transmission's in my back garage. I don't know if you're getting it right now. So anyway, enough talking. I'm going to pull off this oil pan and make sure the bottom end still looks pretty good. Make sure the main caps all look good, the crank looks good, and then clean up the gasket and redo the oil pan gasket. Alright, oil pan's off. Take a look at it. So far, first inspection, everything looks fine. I don't see any issues. I can tell kind of when the oil pan's leaking. I can tell the gasket didn't really adhere that well. I don't know. It didn't really beat up. Okay, so the problem, what I think I did wrong, is I put gasket maker all the way down around the sides, like you're supposed to do. And I used the OEM Mazda gaskets around the crank, the front and rear. But I did not put any RTV gasket maker underneath these. And a little bit on top. And I think that's my issue. And my buddies who build motors all day long told me I should have put gasket maker underneath these around the crests and then put these on top. So I think that's why I was mainly leaking. But as you see, there's not much gasket maker here. And a lot of it goes on this, on the, it's like an oil pickup baffle kind of. So I don't know, I think I just need to do a better job at RTVing it, because like I said, my car leaks a lot of oil. But anyway, ARP hardware, so sexy looking. But yeah, so it's my bottom end. Looking good though, so I want to keep looking it over, make sure nothing's out of the ordinary, and then start scraping away all this gasket so I can redo it again. Alright, quick update. I scraped the gasket off the block. It's looking pretty good, pretty clean. Let me show you this side. It's pretty clean. It's not too bad. There's a bunch of gasket on the ground. And now I'm over here scraping the oil pan gasket off, or the gasket off the oil pan. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm almost done. So yeah, I'm just trying to make sure like it has a really good seal because I'm tired of this leaking. And then I'm also going to do the front and rear motor seals on the car, and we should be good. So I'm going to just finish cleaning this up, and then like I said, trying to get to probably in a couple days from now when I get to actually put the tranny together, because that's what you guys probably care about, is the Turbo 2 trans swap. So, oh yeah, my frame rail is supposed to come in today. Don't know where they're at. Not sure. I'll have to check my email and try to track them. So wonder when those will show up. But anyway, okay. See you guys in the next clip. Okay, so I think I said in the last clip, I gave you guys an update on the Turbo 2 swap. I think I'm going to save it for the next video. I feel like this video might be kind of long because I always have to explain something you guys probably not going to like or not know. But anyway, let's wrap up the Miata and we'll talk about the last thing. Motor's out, I got the oil pan off, everything's all clean. You guys saw that last time. I picked up some frame rails. They're used from Ben's used Miata parts. I'm going to use those to weld to make my Turbo 2 trans mount. I promise you next video I'll go more in depth on the Turbo 2 swap. And first I need to get the motor back together. So I picked up like $100 worth of OEM gaskets from Mazda this week. I got the front and rear main seal, oil gaskets, oil feed, pickup gasket. Friggin' expensive amount of gaskets, but if you're gonna rebuild the motor, go OEM, because like I used cheap gaskets in the past, and sorry, I'm like trying to set the camera. So I used cheap gaskets before assembling my motor, and like it's not worth it. So go OEM. So like I said, I need to put the motor back together. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Today's Friday, March. I don't know. I think I'm posting this video tonight or tomorrow. It's Friday, March 8th or 9th. And then yeah, I'm gonna assemble the motor in the Miata. Test fit the Turbo 2 trans with the adapter plate. I'm going to film a video all on that, talking about that, and install the frame rails and start welding the training mounts. That'll be next video, I promise. Now, two more things. One, real quick, I'm really proud to show my new gun. It's cleared. It is a beautiful Glock 19 Gen 3 in OD green. I'm in love with this gun. Just picked it up. A little birthday present to myself. My birthday is in a week and a half, so I really need the new gun. I'm really happy with it. So I don't know if anyone's interested in guns, but I'm gonna probably mod the shit out of this one. So really happy about that. And secondly, more importantly, I sold my RX7. I'm sure you obviously haven't seen all this video. I actually filmed the video talking about it, never edited it. I'm not going to use that footage, it's a long time ago. I sold the RX7. I apologize. Also, I don't know if you guys know, I sold the LS setup I had. I had an LS1, I had a 5.3 T56, the whole 9 yards for an LS swap. I sold that, and I sold the RX7. Both of them, the LS I wasn't ready to build. Like, I didn't have the money to build another car, and like I just wasn't ready to start another project. So I sold the LS. I regret it terribly because I found the RX7 not too long after. RX7 was a great find. It was from an awesome guy named Ben. My camera's dying. God damn it. So yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I sold the RX7. I apologize. I know a lot of people are hyped about that. I made a big hype video and post about it. The reason why I sold it is because I'm buying a house. I close on it next week, and I just don't have the funds to drop another $5,000, $10,000 on another car. The house is kind of more important at the moment. Once I get settled with the house and get everything situated and I'm caught back up my savings, then maybe I'll pick up another car. But I am buying a house, which is like, I'm super, like, it's a big milestone in someone's life. Like, it's a big step, so it's costing a bunch of money. So I'm doing that first. I'm obviously working a shit ton on the Miata. The Miata's getting a Turbo 2 trans. I'm going to drift the hell out of it. I'm going to beat on it. I'm going to break it. It's going to be fun. But sorry about the RX7. Had to let it go. I'm sorry, Ben, for selling it. I know he was hyped on me getting it, but it had to go. I don't know. It wasn't practical for me to build that or let it sit in my driveway or garage, take up all the space for a year or so until I'm ready to build another car. And honestly, if I had the LS set up, I would have kept it. I would have kept both of it. But I still have the RX7 LS tranny and engine mounts. If anyone wants them, let me know. Hit me up. I'll sell them to you for pretty cheap, because they're just sitting in my garage somewhere. But anyway, that's why I want to end up this video. I said I will promise you guys update on the Turbo 2 as soon as I complete the motor and get it back together. And then, yeah, like I said, hopefully start filming some more. That's about it though. So just trying to give you guys an update on my life and Mazda and things and house and growing up and adult stuff and getting older. It's stressful. But you work hard and you play hard, and that's why I get to buy new toys, like my new gun. I get to build my motor and all that fun stuff. So, enough of me talking. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions about anything, hit me up in the comments. I'll definitely respond to it. And thank you guys for watching. See you later.